7 forces are running your life right now, and most people never name even one of them. Fear, rage, grief, lust, envy, ignorance, despair. The ancients called them Archons, governors of the sleeping mind. The warrior's path begins the moment you stop calling these forces just how I am and start calling them by their real name, uninvited guests. The Gnostic texts describe the Archons as planetary governors, 7 psychic forces assigned to the false world, each one ruling a different dimension of human suffering. But the Gnostics were not describing demons in a fairy tale. They were mapping the interior. The 7 Archons are not out there in the world working against you. They are in here, in the nervous system, in the conditioned response, in the voice that fires before you can choose your reaction. Fear is the first Archon. It does not announce itself. It arrives as realism, as being careful, as I should wait a little longer. Fear is the planetary governor of paralysis, and it has been governing your decisions from the throne of your subconscious since before you understood what a decision was. Rage is the second. Rage does not always look like anger. Most often it looks like righteousness, the certainty that someone else is the source of your pain. Rage is the Archon that keeps you in reaction, keeps you perpetually responding to what the world has done rather than choosing what you will create. Grief is the third. Grief is not wrong. Grief is necessary. But grief that has been installed as an identity is an Archon. This is what happened to me is not a fact. It is a throne. And if you have built your self-concept on top of your wounding, the Archon of grief is your governor. Paul wrote it precisely in Ephesians 6:12. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Not against people, not against circumstances, against the governing forces inside the mind that make circumstances feel permanent and people feel like enemies. The Gnostic warrior understands this at a cellular level. The principality you are fighting is not your boss, not your family member, not the system. It is the Archon that has convinced you are powerless against the person and the circumstance. Remove the Archon, and the external situation becomes solvable, because you are no longer solving it from inside the force that is distorting it. I name what is running me. I am not afraid to look. I withdraw my energy from fear. Fear is a governor, not a truth. I withdraw my energy from rage. Rage has never built what I am trying to build. I withdraw my energy from grief used as an identity. I am the witness. I am not the prisoner. I am sovereign over my inner world, and sovereignty begins with naming what I see. Napoleon Hill mapped the same territory in his 17 principles of achievement, and if you read them with Gnostic eyes, you see the pattern immediately. Each principle is a direct replacement of an archonic force with a divine attribute. Definiteness of purpose dissolves the Archon of ignorance. Controlled attention dismantles the Archon of distraction. Applied faith, Hill's most powerful principle, is the direct antidote to fear itself. Napoleon Hill was not a mystic in the traditional sense, but he was doing the same work the Gnostic warriors did 3,000 years before him, identifying the internal governors, naming them precisely, and replacing them systematically with the attributes of the liberated mind.
Here is the Gnostic warrior's protocol for working with the Archons. It is not a healing modality. It is not therapy. It is a precision strike. First, name the force. Not I am angry, that is possession language. There is anger here, that is witness language. The moment you change from I am to there is, you have stepped outside the Archon's jurisdiction. A named Archon loses half its power. This is not metaphor, this is neurology. When you name an emotion precisely, the prefrontal cortex activates and the amygdala's grip loosens. The ancients called it naming the governor. Science calls it affect labeling. The result is identical. The force diminishes. Breath. Second, withdraw your energy. Not by suppression, not by distraction, by conscious redirection. Ask, what was I in the process of creating before this force arrived? Return there, not because the force is gone, but because you are no longer feeding it with your attention. An Archon without your attention is a governor without a throne. Third, replace with a divine attribute. This is Hill's method made Gnostic. If fear is running you, activate applied faith, specific, chosen, repeated faith in your definite chief aim. If rage is running you, activate controlled attention. Redirect that fire of energy into your work. The Archon's energy is not destroyed, it is transmuted. The warrior does not waste power, he reclaims it. Declaration. I am the witness of my inner world, not the prisoner. I choose awareness over reaction in every moment. I name fear, and I withdraw my power from it. I name rage, and I transmute it into fuel. I name grief, and I honor it without becoming it. I am sovereign over the 7 governors. I replace ignorance with definite purpose. I replace envy with applied faith in my own path. I replace despair with the iron certainty that I was built for this. I am the Gnostic warrior, the one who has named the Archons and refused to be governed. Breath. The 432 Hz beneath this teaching is the frequency of order reasserting itself over chaos, the resonance of the natural world reclaiming dominion over the false world. The 963 Hz is the crown carrier, the frequency of the pineal gland, the seat of inner vision, the eye that sees the Archons for what they are. Together they are the acoustic environment of the liberated mind. Your challenge today: name one Archon that has been governing a specific area of your life. Not abstractly, specifically. Which of the 7 has been sitting on the throne of one decision you have been avoiding, one relationship you have been mismanaging, one version of yourself you have been afraid to claim? Write its name on paper. Draw a line through it. Then write what replaces it, the divine attribute, the Hill principle, the declaration of what you are building instead. Declaration. I am done being governed by forces I never chose. I am awake to the architecture of my own limitations. I am the sovereign of my inner world, and today I take the throne. The path back to self runs directly through the naming. I am the Gnostic warrior. I name what I see, I withdraw what they eat, I build what I came here to build. Tell us in the comments, which Archon did you name today? Your naming gives every warrior who reads it permission to name theirs. Subscribe, we go deeper every session. Link to YouTube channel and community platform, and donation links in description.